Continue our campaign 2018 coverage in Vigo County. That's where we are following several hot ticket races. News 10's Heather Good is live at the Vigo County Courthouse. She joins us now with more.
Rondrell and Patrice, I'm going to get to some of those results in a moment, but first I want to take note of what's going on here in the Vigo County Courthouse Rotunda. We told you earlier that this was going to be election central. This is where those results were coming in as we could get them. As soon as we could get those results, this is where they were coming from. But it's quieted down quite a lot now. Behind me, you can see that TV's turned off, and if you hear any loud thuds, that's going to be people tearing down everything here in the courthouse. But let's go ahead and start talking about those results. I'm covering the Vigo County Council races and the race for Vigo County Sheriff. We're going to talk about those council races first. In District 1, we had Jane Santucci Bryant. She was a Democrat in that race versus David M. Thompson. He was a Republican. He is leading with 57% of the vote. Moving on to District 2, we had Democrat Bill Thomas. He has 46% of the vote. Chris Schweitzer has 53% of the vote. So I want to point out there, those were the two races that did not have an incumbent. Both of those races, the leader in those races are Republican candidates. Moving on to County Council District 3, we had incumbent Vicki Wager. She has 54% of the vote versus Republican James McCanna, who has 45% of the vote. Again, Wager is leading that race. Moving on to County Council 4th District, James Amodio, the Democrat in that race, 41%. Mike Morris, again, an incumbent Republican, has 58% of the vote. Again, right now at this point, we're only waiting on one more polling location. 20 out of 21 have reported back, so we're just waiting on ISU. Moving on to the Vigo County Sheriff's race, that was with Democrat John Plassey, who is currently the Terre Haute Police Chief, and Benjamin Pence, who is a Republican in that race. Chief Plassey is leading with roughly 70% of the vote. Take a listen. This is what he had to say about those results this evening.
I'm really just humbled that I've got that much support from our community, and I'm going to work my best to not let anybody down.
Now, Benjamin Pence sent out a release regarding the results of this race, and I have tweeted out his full statement, but his sentiments were that of, thankfulness for the support that he has gotten and support for Chief John Plassey. We will, of course, have more information on these races and reaction from those candidates in the races a little later on at 11 o'clock. And coming up in a little bit on in this show, Sarah Lehman's going to be here. She's also here getting those results for Vigo County School Board. Live in Terre Haute, Heather Good, News 10.